When the cops got there, I was so scared. I was scared because I thought I would lose someone I loved to a bullet. That's what it's like being black and brown in this country. Who do we call when we need help? Who will protect us?
Hey you guys, what's up, what's going on? I'm back to do my Empire recap. Guys, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, share this video wherever you like to share videos, and check out my other channel because that's where I'm doing my, right now we're doing love and hip hop reviews over there, so check it out. Okay, I'll try to link it, but if I don't remember to check it out, Samore Love TV. So guys, this episode was pretty good, right? So TBD, yeah, that's their name. I mean, they sound amazing. They were in the booth. I was here jamming like, yes, you better sing, Tisha Campbell. You know, they sounded so good together. I'm like, yo, if they was only a real group, I would definitely listen. And, you know, Gizelle, Kingsley, Luscious and Cookie, they were all listening to them while they was doing their thing in the booth. Luscious and Cookie right now, they're kind of like managing them. Well, yeah, they're kind of like their A&R managing them type of thing, but they're under contract with the new Empire. So they're trying to get them to actually play their music and put it out there. But Kingsley is like hell-bent on kind of just holding on to them, and knowing that they're good, but not putting them out there because he feels like it's too much of a risk of his investment. I guess he doesn't want to put all the money out for marketing and everything else because he doesn't feel like at the end of the day they're really all that marketable. Maybe because they're older, he feels kind of like their time is up. So right now they're trying to prove to him like, yo, we here, we're good, and we can do this. And that's Luscious and Cookie's main goal, is to show him like, you know, like, what are you doing? You're holding them back from greatness right now. It's crazy how they would do stuff like that. Hakeem, he says, well, he was talking to Tiana, and he tells her that, you know, Blake, he kind of like puts stuff out there, the music out there. He feels like he's a thief. And, you know, they do kind of have like a little bit of a conversation, the two of them. And she actually allows him to have the kids. And, you know, they're kind of at least cordial, you know, because at the end of the day, they love each other, and now they have kids together. So at least she's not like trying to hold him back from his kids. I guess she sees that he's trying to take steps towards doing something a little bit better. There's this girl that's called Winter. She's here from London. She's actually Hakeem's artist. I mean, not Hakeem. She's Jamal's artist. And, she just is kind of like, I'm here, you know, like, I want to finish my album. So she's going to be staying with both Kai and him. And she sounds freaking amazing. Who is she in real life? Like, I know I've seen her face before, but I don't remember who she is. Anyway, so yeah, she sounds freaking amazing. And now Cookie, what's up with me today? I'm like all wrong with the names. I think it's because my stomach is hurting. Last week, I was sick. That's why I didn't even put up a review. Today, I have like cramps, y'all. Oh, child. But I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying to just focus and look at my notes and stuff, but it's getting to me a little bit. Yeah, so Cookie, she's over here like trying to steal his artist. So he was having a conversation like later on in the day with Kai, like just trying to vent to him, and he was telling him like, did you even tell your mother that we're engaged? You know, you are opening the door for your mother to kind of control your life, but you're a man. You need to do what you got to do, you know? He was like, you know, you don't really need your mother's permission to be your own man. So I guess that kind of like sunk in with him just a little bit, because later on he did have like a little bit of a conversation with his mother. Again, you know, just to kind of reiterate the fact that he said she already has management. She's good. She doesn't need to go anywhere else. She knows what her options are, and she chose to be with me. You know, it's almost like she's just trying to keep on showing her that the grass will be greener if she was to go with Cookie. Andre, he's still trying to help that young boy Quincy out. He also, you know, is hooking up with the mom to make sure that things are going in a good direction. And I was definitely seeing a love connection. I mean, I've been seeing they had that twinkle in their eye, and what happened? They proved my point because they ended up doing the damn do. I'm pretty sure We seen them kissing and making out and everything. And then she tells him that she wants to more so focus on her son getting out of prison, and that's what she wants to do. Like, she's not really thinking about no relationships, and she kind of apologized for what went down the other night. And he was like, you know, he totally understands. But before that scene, they showed that he went back to the prison. So it looks like he set it up where somebody would confess to saying that he was the person that robbed the store or whatever. So now her son is off. So hopefully he can actually have like a family. I mean, she doesn't know too much about him for real, you know, like about what's really wrong with him and stuff like that. I mean, that's some conversations that they're definitely going to have before she can choose to say she wants to move forward. But obviously she knows that he does have some issues, and also that he's not really sorry for what he did as far as killing Anika. I mean, did y'all see Anika on Gifted? I've been watching that show. She's on Gifted. I'm like, yes, girl, this is the role for you. She's a villain. All right, back to Empire. So yeah, following that, Cookie notices that her sister Candace has some like bruises right here on her arm. So she instantly starts thinking like, okay, it's probably the husband is, sorry, my camera had stopped. I figure that it's most likely the husband that is the one that is doing everything. So they're trying to kind of see what's going on so that they can help her. And the other sister, Carolyn, is like, yeah, they are going through something. They're kind of like separating and stuff like that. So she did kind of address her sister, but her sister was just kind of like, you know, leave the situation alone. You don't know what's going on. Mind your own business, and that's it. Situation was dropped. Blake, he ends up coming out with a diss track because Hakeem had did one of those post and delete types of things where he put out a diss track because he was upset with Blake, but he was like, he deleted it. But I guess Blake got a chance to listen to it before it got deleted, so Blake put out his own. And Blake went hard with the lyrics. He was like, you know, you gotta treat Tiana like a queen instead of being like a queen, and some other stuff. I was just like, oh, punchlines, bars, yes. He was going in. But it was crazy because he actually ended up taking the high road, and he ended up being the one to do a live and say, you know, I know you guys are waiting for me to come back out with a diss track, but you guys are going to be waiting forever because that's not something that I plan to do, because then my family is going to be the ones to end up keep on getting their names dragged through the mud, and I'm not with it. Like, I'm a family man right now. That's what I'm more so focused on. I was like, look at you, Hakeem. His friends was like, what are you doing? You know, they were kind of like blown away. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, who are you? You know, because they're used to him being Mr. Drama, him being Mr. Entertainment, you know, and just kind of like them living off his spotlight. But he's just like, he ain't gonna do it. Like, he don't care about the reputation. He don't care about all that stuff. So I was happy to see that. Hopefully he could stay that way. But didn't that tell you that him and the two of them was going to have some kind of falling out? I already knew it because you could tell from the way that he was getting all cozy with Tiana. I wasn't liking the way he was moving. I mean, he was trying to do the right thing. I feel like she was almost kind of pushing up more on him. Maybe because she was lonely. She's looking for a good man that's going to do the right by her. And this guy is here. He's so good with the kids and stuff like that. So, but I knew that something was gonna go down because of the way things was going on. So we find out from Kingsley, because his mom was in the hospital, there's so much going on with that. It looks like he's another child that Lucious ended up having with a Caucasian woman, and he's upset because he doesn't claim her, he doesn't talk about her, anything, but yet he talks about how Cookie's the love of his life and, you know, everything else. But it's almost like this woman totally got erased from history, erased from his mind. So he's like, you know, he's determined to get his revenge and destroy Lucious. So he did go to dinner at Lucious' house to kind of talk about stuff and see the family. And he's like real, even though he was smiling and stuff, he was like kind of looking, taking it all in. And he's actually really jealous of the bond that they have in this whole family situation, because it's probably most likely that he never had that. I'm pretty sure. So Yeah. I'm wondering, like, what happened to her, if she just has a disease or if maybe she got involved with the drugs that Lucious was doing. I'm kind of wondering what exactly happened with that. Candace, her husband, actually came by to the house and he wanted to get the keys. The son was like, oh no, he didn't want him to get the keys, but she was like, give him the keys. Then after the husband left, and of course, Cookie, she was kind of like, kind of making him leave or whatever, because she has it stuck in her head that Kevin, which is her husband, is most likely the one that's abusing her sister. It's a domestic violence situation, because what else could it be? And so she tells him to leave. He leaves, but the son was like, we got to go to the house because I don't want him having the keys. And the son looked like he was so frightened, like something, like he wasn't, like he was like next level, like paranoid about it. He was just like, nah, we got to go. So the mother's like, all right, let's go. And the son is like so smart. He's like one of those little computer nerd people, which, even Cookie had told her, you should be so proud of the person that he's become. And he's like 19 years old now. So he's not necessarily a little kid, but he's like at that age. He's pretty much an adult. Come to find out, so Carolyn, I believe her name is Carolyn, right? That's her name in the show, right? Carolyn? I know it's 3 C's. I've been calling her Carolyn throughout the whole thing, so I hope that's her name. But she was like that she couldn't get a hold of Candace. So Cookie's like, nah, we got to go over there. So they end up going over to the house. Guess what's going down, y'all? Her son is there beating her up. And I'm like, yo, that could not be me. Like, she's there protecting him to the max. That's why she didn't want nobody to know what was going down, because she felt like she had control of the situation, but she didn't. Like, he was literally going ham on all 3 of them. He was ready to kill them. Like, he looked like he was having an outer body experience. Like, if she didn't say that he was mentally ill or mentally unstable, I would have thought that he was on some kind of salts or something. The Miami zombie, whatever medicine they was taking before. You remember when they used to have the Miami zombies? That was like a few years ago. I remember my mom called me up like, oh, they got zombies. You better watch out. There's people eating people's faces and things like that. I forgot what kind of thing they was taking, but that's what I would thought he was on. Like, he was dead trying to like break up the house and break down the door. He knocked Cookie out and... oh, child, she had to call the police. And then when the police came, she was so scared because she thought that they was going to shoot him, because that's what they do a lot of times. I've seen it happen on the news. I think it was it last year or the year before? There was a woman that called because her mentally ill son was attacking her and they shot him. He didn't have any weapon. I think he had something, but it wasn't a weapon in his pocket or something like that. Or I could be getting that part twisted. He might not have had anything. Either he had nothing or he had something that was not an actual weapon. And they ended up shooting and killing him, as opposed to doing something like what they did here, which would have been so much better. Tasing, at least, it does what it does. It stops you. It shocks you. But unless you have a bad heart, I don't think it'll actually kill you. You can be revived from something like this. A bullet, depending on where it hits you, that's the end for you. You know what I mean? Once they took him away, Candace, when she found out they were there, she's trying to plead with them, like, oh, this is my son. He's only 19. He's not right in the head. And they're like, well, bring all his medicines to the precinct, but we are going to be taking him. But she was so furious with Cookie. She literally was like done with her. She said, she slapped her so hard. I could feel it in my soul sitting down on the couch. Like, it just came and got me real quick. I was like, damn. But it's like she didn't even hit her back, because it's like she understands the reason why she did it at that moment is because she's so frustrated. I'm like, damn, the girl done got beat up. Yeah, where was that energy when your son was beating you up? You know what I mean? Girl. But yeah, like, he tore her face up. Like, if they didn't come when they did, it would have been the end for her. So, hopefully once she calms down, she kind of changes a little bit. But, they from the hood. So at the end of the day, a lot of times it's like, you call the police on me, like, or you call the police on family? How could you? Like, that's what she just kept on saying, because she knows that it could have went a lot different. And Cookie also knows, wow, what do people call her Candy? Cookie also knows that it could have went a lot different as well, but it was something she had to do because she wasn't strong enough to take him down. Like, she tried, but she wasn't physically able to do it. So that's the only way that she was able to rectify the situation without anyone getting really, really hurt, because they could have hit him with something, but he might have died. You know what I mean? So it was a tough call, but it was one that had to be made. And hopefully once Candace calms down, she's able to realize that her sister didn't hurt her, didn't mean to hurt her. That was not her intention. It was to save her life. So yeah, I mean, once that happened and Candace had left to go run after her son to make sure everything was good with him, she did a live and just kind of let people know that what just happened, that it wasn't any of her immediate family that they know, so don't kind of think about that. It's not that. It's somebody that was close to her that was troubled, and she was scared to call the police. And the reason why is because she thought that the person she loved would get a bullet inside of them. And it's like, that's the fear that you have when you're black and brown living in this country. And on top of that, it's like, you don't even know who. It's like, who should I call? Should I call the police? But then it's a possibility that they may make the situation worse. And that person that you love can be the person that no longer exists. So it's definitely hard, and it's something you really, really have to think about, you know? It's crazy that you have to have those types of thoughts when you're trying to think about also your life. So yeah, it was a pretty powerful episode. I really enjoyed it. Star was pretty damn good as well. That episode was pretty good. But it must be my darn watch is going off. Is it 12 o'clock? No, it's 11. I didn't do the daylight saving times, because I'm like, why is it going off? It goes off at 12. Alright guys, but definitely make sure that you subscribe, you share this video. I'm sorry my energy wasn't all there. I tried to do it. My stomach is killing me out, so I'm about to go. But thanks so much. I'll see y'all in the next one. Laters.